Shalom, shalom. Alright, all praise and glory be to Yahweh, or Hashem Yahushua, Wahai, Rakak, Kadash. Alright, shalom, Abrakatham, to Malak, Dawadah, which is to say, shalom, which is to say, peace and blessings to King David. You know, knowing who he is, I can say, shalom, Abrakatham, Malak, Dawadah. You know, he's my elder brother, Shariah. Right, so, and then also, shalom, Abrakatham, to other brothers that I live with, and all the elect out there. Right? Lord willing, this can be a quick edifying and exhorting lesson. Just to, you know, as the title say, touching on the dream that I had, you know, a couple of days ago. I wasn't gonna bring it out until the Spirit told me to do it now. For, you know, so a quick dream. This one, you know, dealing with the power, you know, a certain level of power, right? Like men always, even I was myself, thought about, you know, too much, because the power is going to be, you know, the main purpose of power, right, is to heal and bring in a multitude. That's the main purpose of the power. All of the flying and blasting and throwing tanks and big, you know, all that stuff, that's not the main purpose. The main purpose is to gather the elect, to make them believe and heal them. Right? But you got those scriptures after that point. You know what I'm saying? When they come in and get your ass. When they want to kill you for real. Right? So, the dream. I don't know the setting. I was somewhere outside though. And in the dream, I thought, cause, you know, I don't know if you always hear me say, but, you know, I said it a couple times on the camera, I've had countless dreams of me flying. Right? But, and in this dream, I thought it was real life. I was like, oh wow, so this must be that time then. Time for me to take flight for real. Because, like I was telling the brothers I be with sometimes, like when you, because we can't die, right? And, you know, I'm planning on making a video about that, but we can't die, right? Especially my elder brother Shariah, and he David, right? But all of us, because we, you know, cover our blood, we cannot die. So, if we get into a situation where look like we finna die, we not, you know, it's a time to use that power, right? Like I had said, if a tornado was right, you know, because someone asked me, right? If a tornado was right in my face, what would I do? Well, I told them, well, I'd have to rebuke the wind. I'd have to rebuke the tornado. Because I can't die, so it must be so therefore the only reason this tornado is a threat to me is so I can rebuke it. And so I can rebuke it as Yahushua rebuked the winds. You know, when I'm not saying it was a tornado on the water, but same way as Yahushua rebuked the wind when he was on the water with the disciples walking on it. So that will have to be the reason, because we can't die. Right, so in the dream, I was outside doing something, and then SWAT, whatever, whoever they were, but you know, SWAT's the first thing to come to mind. So SWAT, they surround me. They come out the blue. They hug. They come out the blue. Boom, 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 boom. They all like 25 yards apart from me, but they like circled. I'm in some type of grass or something, and green grass. Yeah, I don't know why I say green, but it was. I was from grass, and it was green. But remind me, you know. But so they come up. And I'm starting smiling. I'm like, Yeah, so this is it then, because there's no other way for me to escape, right? And I know that I gotta get away because they can't get me, right? They can't kill me, according to the promises of Yahushua. You know, I believe it's in Hebrew. Let me get that one real quick. According to the promises, right? Better promises. In Hebrews 8:6. But now hath he obtained a more excellent ministry, by how much also he is the mediator of a better covenant, which was established upon better promises. And we know this is the new covenant that is talking about. Right? We're going to read the rest of the chapter, but we know this is the new covenant talking about. You know what I'm saying? Don't play dumb. We know it's the new covenant. Okay, so the better promises. So upon the better promises, we know that certain things just cannot happen to us. Right? All the scriptures that say no harm shall come to you, near thy dwelling, fall by thy side, this side, and paraphrasing a couple different scriptures. Piece of hair won't even be touched. All these scriptures, that's all referring to new covenant members. That's all referring to people that's under the blood. We died. We did all that already. But you know, for the point. So they surround me. I'm smiling because I'm like, this must be the time where it's time for me to fly. Because ain't no other way I can get out of this but me taking off a flight and getting up out of here. There was no direction that I could run. Right? And this will have to mean that healing and everything has been done already. So, you know, and to say this dream, because all that power, all that flying and stuff, you know, that's to escape. And I'm gonna get that too soon. So yeah, when they more than likely, you know, because the main purpose is to, the main purpose is to be a healing, right? Not as brothers used to push and still push some other brothers that aren't in the covenant, but as far as Brendan Breyer and stuff, you know what I'm saying? That's not gonna be the main purpose. That's the after effect, when it's time to take the kingdom, coming back down, and Ezekiel, and you know, etc. That's gonna be within its time. That's not gonna be the first thing going on. Superman out here like Superman, you know what I'm saying? So serious. It's like, yeah, I'm missing exits and stuff or whatever. So, you know, to stay on the point, they surround me. I look around. Yep, it's that time. I'm smiling. Start running, boom, boom, fly, take off. Because I've done it so many times in my dream, it's like I know exactly how to do it in a way. It's just up to the Lord if He gonna allow it to happen. And I knew that it had to happen. Like I knew, because in that moment, it was my first time flying. In that dream. Well, I thought it was real, but in that dream. And when I started flying, I was trying to take in the moment. You know, be aware of all my senses, take in the moment, like, this is real, this, you know, because this is really happening now. All the dreams I had now, this is real life now, as I thought. But it wasn't, you know, but, you know. So this is, you know, the main scripture, too tiny to the point. Isaiah 59:19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and His glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. And it's been brought out for him, you know, a long time now. Right, and that standard, going into that standard, it just says flee, to escape, to depart and disappear, to take flight. Right? Brother's been bringing this out for a long time now. And now understanding that only the ones covered by the blood will be able to have a standard lifted for them. Will the Lord allow them to be able to take flight or to escape, because they cannot die. They can't get effed with. Like Yahushua, he always disappeared. I ain't gonna bring it up, but you know the accounts. Every time they thought to lay hands on him, every time they thought to get him, boom, he slid away, disappear, escape, vanish. He just get by that, boom, boom, boom. You know, like that, just gone. And that's how we're gonna be. But it's only when, necessary. Power not gonna be for everybody to see. It's gonna be when it's needed. Power is for the necessity. For the elect won't have harm to themselves and to bring in, right? To bring in the elect and to protect yourselves, to survive and maintain. Because they're going to try to get us for real. And that's when, when it gets to us, that's when the power going to have to be had. Well, as far as the fleeing and stuff like that. I'm not trying to drag this out for real. It's making that point, because that healing is the main point. Casting out and the healing. As he told the disciples. You know what I'm saying? Heal the sick, cleanse lepers and cast out devils, and he didn't tell them to kill nobody, to go destroy shit. But that standard being lifted, that wasn't talking about then, because it was written for them to die already. They had to die, as Romans 6. They had to die in Yahushua. They have to die just like Yahushua died to conquer death. They have to die in Yahushua to conquer death. You read that Romans 6. And then I think that's Revelation 20. Nope, it's not Revelation 20, Salakia. It might be 21. I'm just missing exits. Yeah, whatever. Whatever. Shit. Revelation 11 and 5. Wow, I don't know why I thought it was in 20. Sorry. Revelation 11 and 5. And if any man will hurt them, being the elect, the ones covered with the blood, if any man will hurt them, try to hurt them, whatever, fire proceedeth out of their mouth and devoureth their enemies. And if any man will hurt them, he must in this manner be killed. These have power to shut heaven, that it rain not in the days of their prophecy, and have power over waters to turn them to blood, and to smite the earth with all plagues as often as they will. This is written. It's going to happen. It's not the main purpose of the power. So you see, it says, and if any man will hurt them, they eventually will try to hurt us. But we're going to be focusing on bringing in elect, healing them. We're not focused on all the other stuff. But if that comes to us, they surround us, if they flood us, they try to hurt us, we can die. We're not going to be hurt, beat the fuck up. It's like in my language. We're not going to be taking all that, physical bodily harm anymore. If you will, it's not going to exceed a certain level. Because we can't die, so we're going to have to, nope, not going to happen. And it made me think of the other dreams I had. Like when I was getting beat up. Like I had a few dreams while I was getting jumped. Right? By like brothers. Not brothers, but like people in fringes. Which is weird. Think about that, But Jake, Jake was jumping me, like, for no reason. You know? Like I was, like there were flash, dreams of, the ancient days or something. I ain't gonna say all that, but, and then, like, one of them, I was getting beat up, letting myself get jumped, and I said, all right, it's enough. And I legit started ragdolling them like they're dolls, like an actual doll at the store, just, ragdolling them. Like, it was like 8 of them, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them, beating me up, and I'm like, all right, enough. Just ragdolling them. Made me think of that dream after all the stuff I just said now. But yeah, the main purpose of the power is to heal, and the standards are gonna be lifted up. So I just wanted to share that dream and everything. And say that all this flying and stuff, that's it's not the main purpose. You're gonna need you're gonna need it, but that's it. Point been made. Shalom. To add this point on too real quick, so I'm not putting a cap on or boxing the Lord. As far as the flying, will only come out, in case it came off that way. The flying will only come out if needed, if you're about to get harmed. Oh, it's gonna come out if it's really needed. But as far as a flood, because it's about making them believe as well. So if an elect member needs to fly, levitate, in order for someone to believe, then that happened too. Just to make that clear too. Definitely ain't boxing the Lord, but it's gonna be needed. It's gonna be with a purpose behind it. It's gonna be a purpose that one is taking flight in order to make someone believe or to not get killed. Shalom.